what's going on? This is Muriel from the Sunshine Family. Now, chances are that you are looking up Costa Rica cost of living. And you've heard rumors and now seeing if it's for real that Costa Rica is expensive. Now, it is the truth. Who am I? Well, I am Muriel. I moved to Costa Rica in 2018 with my husband and 2 kids. And after living in Costa Rica for 4.5 years, I can confirm that Costa Rica is expensive compared to a lot of other countries in Latin America, but also compared to Indonesia, Thailand, Southeast Asia overall. Costa Rica is expensive, yes. And now what I found out is that a lot of people are finding their way in living on the budget and are looking for tips for that. But if you stick to the end of my video, you probably, hopefully, that's my intention, got some smart ideas, realistic ideas. And I'm the proof of it because this is how I'm able to provide for my family. I work online. How you can work around the high cost of living in Costa Rica. So that way you don't really feel it that Costa Rica is quite expensive. So how about giving you those alternatives? That's the mission of my video. Now, of course, if I'm new to you, you think, who are you? And what gives you the right to state this so bold that you have these alternatives? Are you the all-knowing? No, I'm not the all-knowing, but I am a solid online business owner since 2013. And thanks to my laptop business, I'm a life and business coach, but also an affiliate marketer. I have several income streams. This is exactly what I teach others on what is necessary to set a business like that up. But it has to do with some different thoughts. So I'm gonna share some interesting thoughts with you after a little introduction video of myself, so you have more clue of who I am and what the heck is that weird accent. Okay, so first, before I'm gonna dive in today's content, and I really want you to make notes if you're really serious about finding alternatives for the high cost of living without living on a budget, but start to earn differently. You have to think differently. I want you to make notes, please. I also want to state out loud that I'm not against people with jobs. I'm not against jobs at all. I just don't want to have a job myself, and I'm stepping up for those for the individuals around the world who also are done with the rat race, with their job, with the boss bossing them around, telling them from where they can work, how much they have to work, how much they can earn, no matter how hard they work. There are levels of earnings for a lot of jobs that no matter how hard you work, you will never earn more. I personally am super done with that. And with me, thousands, perhaps even millions of entrepreneurs, successful online business owners, were done with that. And that's the group I'm representing. But I'm not against people with jobs. I have a lot of friends. They are super happy with their jobs and their boss is happy with them. And jobs need to be done as well. So this is not an anti-job offensive whatsoever. I am here for you if you want to learn what it is that I do. Now, to give you some highlights, first of all, there's a lot of things that I can share about it. I cannot go into every detail. You might understand that. Now, there's two fast options that I want to give you right away for those who are in a hurry and think, you know what, cut the crap, Muriel. You chat so much. Show me the way where to start. There's two options where to start. If you really want to get to know what affiliate marketing is, and that's one big way of earning, that's selling other people's products and services without chasing people, I want you to go to the first link below this video and get started with the step-by-step starters course. And you get a bigger picture of what affiliate marketing is, how it works, what it doesn't, what it isn't, and how it can work for you. And you can find out if you like it, and one of my advisors will reach out to you. There will be support inside. That's important for you to know. Okay, so go to that link, click it, take the next step, and I will meet you inside. The second option, if you say, I don't want to work in I don't want to learn from a starter's course that's not your own. Awesome. Start with my 11 steps course. It is a course that is teaching you the invisible things that overall all successful online marketers, people who make good solid income online, 11 steps they take on a daily basis. But most people don't see them at the front side. It's happening in the back end, right? It's happening behind the curtains. But there is no one I know who is earning a good buck online solidly for several years and is at the top for long and is still growing and expanding by helping a lot of people. And that's what I'm standing for as well. The money does not just drop from the sky. It has to do with being very a creative thinker, a servant, but know exactly what to do. And also don't do things that's not functional, like chasing friends and family and pushing photos in their faces of products that you like and say buy, or don't you want to look at my website? That's not how you make money online overall, not in my teachings. So yeah, so with that being said, what does it take to find a way around that Costa Rica's expensive? Let me be very, very bold, okay? If everything in the whole world is getting more expensive, if you agree, let me know. Put a thumb up. Yes, everything is getting more expensive. But it's getting less expensive if what you're earning is also growing. Does that make sense? So what I see happening around the world in this big movement, that a lot of people who were always content with their job, with their brick and mortar business, who were doing what they loved and they were rewarded by it and everyone was happy, now see that their earnings are not growing, but the costs of living, not only in Costa Rica, but also the Costa Rica cost of living is getting higher. So now people need to, and this is the solution that most people take, they are cutting on their expenses. Well, I believe, there's the bold statement, that you can also say, cut the crap, I'm going to earn more. Okay, things are much more expensive. If I want to full tank for my car, it used to be 30,000 colones. Now it's 45,000 colones, right? Everything is more expensive. Also for us. What do Dirk and I tell each other? Okay, let's create another income stream, right? But where does the money come from when you earn your living online? In my business model, it's always value-based. So I'm always sitting on a moment like this. Okay, everything is getting more expensive in the world. How can I earn more, right? Because there's always just a limited amount of hours that we all have available. There's no one else who has 1 minute more in a day than you. Agree? Just let me know. Do you agree? Yes. Do you not agree? Let me know as well. You have the right to speak up in the comments below as well. So the key is to work and live around the high cost of living in Costa Rica, and that Costa Rica is expensive, is earn more. How can you earn more when you never have more time? Well, here is the big thing. In the old business model, the traditional business model, we're getting paid per hour. So a physiotherapist can more or less earn from between this and this. A very experienced physiotherapist earns this in the job model, or even if he is an independent physiotherapist and works for him or herself, there is no physiotherapist who can just out of the blue say, you know what, I'm going to tell my clients that I'm $1,000 per hour. Probably this physiotherapist will not get any clients. But if it's a specialist, a specialized physiotherapist, I don't know, someone who works, who had a lot of education, I don't know if it even exists, but the chances are small that you can ask more for doing the work as a physiotherapist, because it's stated by others what your rewards can be, right? You cannot work more, you cannot do more clients in a day. So if you are a physiotherapist in a traditional earning model, work for yourself or for a boss, there is a ceiling in earnings. Can you follow me still? Because your earnings are based on a client is getting in, you do the treatments, and you get paid in that business model. Or your boss is paying you, or you pay yourself according to that earnings, database, and you cannot just increase your earnings because you think you deserve it and there's no reason for it, and you will not have clients because people think you're too expensive, right? In another business model, take the physiotherapist as an example, and I assure you, I had a client, a coaching client who is a physiotherapist, who changed her business model and her earnings as a physiotherapist, now earning way more, working way less in another business model. What's that other business model? That's the entrepreneur creating your own economy business model. That is how you can get paid for your expertise and your knowledge and your ideas based on the demand of people using technology. Guess what? Using YouTube, TikTok, using digital technology that connects people together, because guess what? We live in the informational age where people, guess what? Where do people look up their information? In the old school time, before the digital times, we wanted to find information. Where did we go? We went to the library. There was this collection of books and articles and stuff. You could go to this desk person who knew her way in the library, and that's where you found information. I remember as a young girl in school, I had I needed to do some talks in front of the class about a topic, and I chose dinosaurs. So I went to the library, looked up books and stuff, articles, and I wrote down my speech, and I did my talks about dinosaurs. I went to the library. Where do kids go now to get information? They go to Google, or they go to YouTube, right? You type in the search bar, you open up a laptop or your phone, you type in a search bar your question. This is why this is called the informational age, where exchange is going rapidly. It's going so rapidly that a lot of authorities it's hard to control information exchange. But this is not a discussion about exchange of good or bad information. The fact is, if you can still follow me, you can exchange information. Now, the old business model was trading time for money, and it had a ceiling because you can never work more, and you cannot just give yourself more earnings, or your boss will never give you a double raise out of the blue. But in this business model, where you can leverage smart systems such as technology-based systems, YouTube, video systems, video platforms, social media, and at the side of social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, name it, we have technology tools and software such as autoresponders, page builders, editing tools, digital calendars. Hello, This is the world where you can create your own economy as long as you know exactly how to reach people, how to serve people, how people can find you. And that's stuff that no one has learned in school. Not me, not the students that are applying for a call with me to see if they are fit for my coaching program. But if people ask me, Muriel, I want to do what you do. I want to make money online from Costa Rica. I want to make a lot of money so I don't have to be worried about paying the bills or to pay the mortgage or whatever. What do you do? And I say, I cash in on my passion. Okay? What does that mean for that physiotherapist? Because that's the core example here. And this I'm referring to indirectly basically referring to my student, one of my students, the physiotherapist, who went online. I taught her how to build a YouTube channel where she was providing the information that people were typing in as question. So she learned, and their strategies were, don't ask me how it works, you need to go through my course or need a teacher to show you how that works. But there's strategies on getting, discovering what people are asking on YouTube in this case, and then if you can provide that answer and you deliver a video about that with that question in the title, now it's called a keyword, people may be finding your video. So suppose that if I type in what can I do, I have pain in my neck, tips for pain in my neck, tips for pain in my neck, and my student made a video called tips for pain in your neck, I probably will find that video. And if it's created well, it's short, it's engaging, and it provides a solution or an answer to a question, I think probably, gosh, that's so valuable. I want to follow this person. Or the next time I have pain in my elbow and I look up pain in my elbow tips, what is it? Tennis elbow, whatever. Now I see that same video maker again. I think, wow, she knows a lot. She solved another problem. Guess what I will do? I will keep following her. Now, if you are watching someone on video, perhaps you experience it by watching me, you kind of, if you want it or not, you have kind of the feeling that you know someone because you are, familiar with someone's walks, talks, movements, that the fact that I'm doing this all the time, it's not new to you. My friends always say, oh, you always with your hair. Well, probably you can tell. So video creates a relationship. If you want it or not, you have the feeling you know that person. So video media, so I'm referring to the business model, how you can cash in on your passion. Now, my student, Frederique, I'm gonna give her a name, is very passionate about her work. She has studied for it, she has kids, but she was done with being paid in that old business model by the client or per hour and not making ends meet, and always was working away from home, from her kids. Now, I taught her how to make a valuable content-based YouTube channel where she's sharing her passion and ideas and expertise, solving other people's problems. And now people are paying her. One, she was approached by a company that said, we want you to make videos about our stuff. So she could say bye to her boss. Now she's getting paid per video for a company that's paying her to showcase their physiotherapy stuff, materials. But also what she did was attaching, and that's what you see me do as well, a funnel, Lucky, está bien, a funnel using technology. So basically, you're sharing your knowledge for free on a YouTube channel. That's just one example. Content-based marketing. But if you know your audience, who you're talking to, so I am talking to Costa Rica expats, lovers, expat wannabes, Costa Rica travelers, I know who is watching me. There's no one who wants to move to Saudi Arabia who is watching my videos because they're not interested in Costa Rica and also not in me probably. So if you know your audience, who you're talking to on your channel, in this case, Frederique is a physiotherapist, she also knows what her audience probably needs as well, or is experiencing as a problem as well. Now she is connecting other people's products and services as an indirect marketing, so it's indirect selling. She just provided a free video about 3 ways to release neck pain. I think that's so great. And at the end of the video, she's saying something like, do you have neck pain because you're working long hours behind the desk? Have you thought about start to build a business online so you can work less and earn more the way that I learned to do that? Now she's inviting you want to learn more, click on my link to learn more, get started with a starter's course. And now she's referring me as a viewer on her YouTube channel of physiotherapy tips to something completely else, covering and solving another problem I also have. But this is just one example. So now this physiotherapist in this field and this business model has no limits in earnings, because she can sell as many other people's products as she wishes, from physiotherapy related products to coaching programs on how to build a business online and quit your job, because that's what she's doing as well. She's not a coach in business. She's referring to someone else's coaching program who is teaching that to people. And those commissions can be exorbitant high, up to $10,000-$15,000, because those programs are highly qualified, very high quality, and people are paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for that. So that's an exclusive audience. Not everyone is interested who is looking for physiotherapy tips, also wants an online business, but some of the viewers do want that. And there is the entrepreneurial paying system jumping in, if you can still follow me. So when you know how to attract strangers to you online based on the value that you provide, that they are in search for, and it's the art on how you can sit on that information chair providing the answers, but you can learn that. That's not something to worry about. You have to worry about to just accept that you're going to be earning in this model, while you can also earn unlimited in this model. Results not typical, of course. I can never guarantee you're going to be earning the way that my students are earning or myself, but I just want to show you that we live in a digital age where information is transferable online, and we look up all the time information. Now and here is where it starts to become really, really interesting. Let's take surf teachers. Let's take English teachers, or just teachers overall. How about doctors? How about specialists with specific expertise who are overall working their butts off for very low paychecks? Social workers, whatever. Well, let's take these examples. Artists, musicians. Musicians is a big thing. Underpaid. I know so many musicians here. They can hardly make ends meet. They're playing for a couple of bucks in a restaurant, and they're living broke in Costa Rica. Those are the people who feel the Costa Rica cost of living very hard in their wallet. Well, I believe if you were a musician, an artist, a teacher, a physiotherapist, a doctor, someone with specific expertise, why don't you share your expertise online with people? One, this way you help way more people than staying in your narrowed down business model where you can only see clients in front of you. I know doctors, they have YouTube channels where they provide massive free value at the front side. So that's what you see, free content on video marketing, YouTube, for example. But in the back end, they refer to their own coaching programs, or they refer to affiliate offers. They say, hey, do you want something that is helping against this? This is what I advise. If you stay within the policies in the specific field, so you can I will never promise or never guarantee that you're going to make money online. But I always say, I am making it. I learned it someday way back in the days. So come on, or just squeeze your arm. Or what are you fooling yourself? You know, I love to share with people what's possible and inspire people. But you know, I just want to say, old business model, new business model. Costa Rica cost of living is extremely high. Yes, Costa Rica is expensive. How about learn to step away from this old business model and learn to be an entrepreneur online and setting up multiple income streams? Because if you know how to transfer information that people are looking for, and I assure you, perhaps even you have knowledge about stuff that you are not aware of, that people are searching for that knowledge online. Now you are walking around with that knowledge, not making it available. If you learn how to make it available online, using YouTube, using Facebook, using the internet tools and software, build an email list so people are very all over the place. Now they find you, they trust you, they can follow you on videos. Perhaps if you're a musician, you can put your music on video. People are putting your music on when they're making dinner, and now they think that's so cool. They also have this to offer. Perhaps you sell music, perhaps you recorded your own music and sell it, but perhaps you attach other people's offers to your video content. And this is what a lot of teenagers do. Really, they have YouTube channels, TikTok channels, and they sell makeup. There are so many ways to generate an income, but as long as you hold on to the old business model, trading time for money, I don't believe that you won't feel the high prices in Costa Rica if you're still relying on a job, because all the prices are getting sky high, but you're not going to earn more in this existing business model. It's all about sharing your ideas, know how it works. This is the biggest mistake. When people go online, they have a product, what they do, sometimes they even pay marketers to get exposure to that offer. They don't build an email list. They just expose the offer or the website of the company that they're affiliated with whatsoever, or their own product. But they forget that you cannot build your business depending on social media only. Yes, you can grab attention and attract strangers to you through social media, like you found me somehow on YouTube or Facebook or another place, but it's the art of building an email list, following up on an email list, asking people, hey, leave your name and email in exchange for information about other stuff. Create a free ebook. Are you a physiotherapist? This is what my student did. She created an ebook with 10 tips on how to prevent XYZ. Yeah, you get it for free in exchange for your name and email. And then I get back to you. I will send you the ebook, and also some other tips that may help you to create a better quality of life with less pain and more freedom, and who knows. And this is how she's following up now. So when people stumble upon her website of her affiliate offers, they first leave their name and email. So when they forget about you because they were checking you out on their phone and they're in their car, oh, now I have to pick up my kids, and they forget who you were. Now they come home, they check their email, and there's an email from you. Now you can follow up. And that's what marketers who know what they're doing do. They build an email list. And this is the core of entrepreneurship online. For me, it is content-based marketing, but you don't have to create something new. I just want to highlight that probably you have already an expertise, but you do not define it as something that is valuable to others because you never looked at it that way. But if you know a lot about stones or fishing or cooking or natural planting or gardening or hockey or Costa Rica, I do not know everything, but I just started to share everything I have learned, remember? But through my YouTube channel, you can also learn more about other things, about this, about that, you can now rent your Airbnb apartment with me by finding a video of me. This is how you can set up an unlimited amount of income streams by being found online, by being a magnet, so to say, because your content is worth it for people to follow you. And yeah, I hear you. If you say, I don't want to be on camera, then this business model was not for you. Period. Stick to your job. There, like I said at the beginning, this is not a pointing finger against people with jobs. A lot of people love their jobs and this is what they're supposed to do. I'm happy for everyone, but I am serving that group who is so done with the rat race, being bossed around, being underpaid, having to ask permission for free time if you have a sick family member, and so forth and so forth. There's hundreds of reasons that I can share with you why I would never go back to a job. And I started as an affiliate marketer, selling or offering one affiliate offer until I found out that's tricky, because everything that's one in business is nothing. It's risky. So I added more income streams, other people's products, and then I started to create my own products, and I started to be creative, right? So entrepreneurship in online has to do with think differently. If you're used to this old school business model and you want to go here, you have to start thinking differently. And for that, I want to encourage you to read personal development books. Read The Millionaire Messenger by Brandon Burchard. I will post it down below my video. It's a book tip. It is sharing exactly how my business is built, what I have been doing since 2013. I assure you that I just want to press it in, how do you say it, push it in your face, but not in a bad way, but in an inspirational way. That I made $1,400 per month working full-time as a social worker with dangerous, challenging clients. And I was often overworked and I was burned out twice. Now I can easily explain to you step by step how I'm able to at least make $1,400 in a day. And that's not because I want to say, look at me, I'm making $1,400 in a day. No, it's because I'm leveraging this business model where people are paying me now and can pay you for the information that they are looking for anyways. And they can find you now. And they were already with their credit cards in their hand to buy some kind of coaching program. Now, how cool is it if they can find it through you? Through you, because you're a physiotherapist and sharing your free knowledge out there, or you're a doctor and sharing your free knowledge now, or you're a musician and you're putting your music up, you record it and created a YouTube channel around it. Now everyone can listen to your music, so it's also more social, so you can share with more people, and from there you can connect other people's products to your music videos. And there is a world out there of affiliate offers that there's always a right match to find for the free knowledge that you can share on your YouTube channel or TikTok or Instagram or a combination of all. But this is the entrepreneurial business model without a ceiling. And you don't need to have diplomas to be a so-called expert, which I'm not calling myself an expert on YouTube with Costa Rica, but people watch my videos because I share something meaningful for them that they're in search for, like how to build a house, the do's and don'ts, or what to look out for when you are swimming in the ocean, or the big dangers of Costa Rica. You might have found my video. Now, what I also always share is, hey, so cool you watch my video, but if you're curious on what it is that I do for a living and how I'm earning without a job, or how I build my business online, check out some links below my video. This is what you can duplicate. Also, as a musician, talking about other stuff than Costa Rica, so you can choose your channel. And with that, I want to wrap it up and just want to ask you, did this highlight your possibilities? Because this is an inspirational video without too much tech talk, but I mentioned influencer, I mentioned education providing, I mentioned sales funnel, email list, I mentioned software, digital systems. This is digital entrepreneurship. It's fitting in today's world of 2023 in how to work around the high Costa Rica cost of living. And yes, Costa Rica is expensive. How can you feel it less in your wallet? Well, by learning how to think differently. Literally, there's cows passing by. So I don't know what's going on, but this is a good moment to stop this video. This is such a fun end. Also, like living in Costa Rica, is that I don't know what's coming over my road, but it's weird and my dogs respond to it. Let me know if this was somehow useful. You are willing, if you are willing to have an open mind, feel free to click on one of the links below. It leads into my funnel in order to learn more about what it is that I do. It might be the right fit for you or not. But if you don't know how this works, it doesn't mean you cannot do it or it's impossible. It just tells you that you have to learn more and be better yourself. So if you are here, you want to earn more, you have to get yourself exposed to knowledge that's teaching you how to be able to earn in this earning model that has no ceiling and is based on leveraging smart systems and digital systems and social media and all that jazz and affiliate marketing. And who knows, also your own product. So feel inspired. There's a will to explore and you do not have to do it by yourself, okay? You can get my help or my reference to some kind of teaching or program, but I do have my own coaching program. Scroll down below my video, learn more, and there's also a playlist about the cost of living in Costa Rica that I created. So if you just want to know what's the cost of living, feel free to hop on that playlist. But how to work around that was this, and I will make more videos about this. Stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for watching. Feel inspired. You can do more than you think. Pura vida from Costa Rica.